Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you my newly painted Integra. So I did make a video on my K-swapped Integra when I bought it from Phil down in North Carolina, and talked about in the video that the car had some clear coat fading and stuff like that, but overall it was very clean. Ended up sending it to a guy to get painted and then got the car back, and it wasn't really a great turnout. So my neighbor buddy Nick actually has another Grom, and met him through Groms and stuff like that. Came over to check the car out after I got it back from the first paint job, and he said that he would be willing to help me kind of start over and paint it again. So we ended up doing that, and I can't thank Nick and JJ enough for helping me spray the car and sand it down and do the body work and prep work as much as they did help me. That was amazing. Should have probably just done that in the first place, but learned a lot of lessons with this whole ordeal, and why you haven't seen videos of the K-swapped Integra in quite some time. I've just been dealing with a lot of this, you know, with the paint jobs and, you know, whatever, and now I finally have the car back and painted it myself. So now I can finally show it, and I'm going to show a couple clips that I took at the paint booth and put in a bunch of pictures of before and then the first paint job and then the after. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll probably just throw in the clips that I have here, and hopefully you guys like the way it looks. We painted it Pierce Fire Truck White. So it's an industrial paint. It looks really good, and it just turned out amazing. So I'm very happy with it. And yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy the pictures and stuff, and then the clips of us painting the car. Alright guys, today is paint day. If you can tell, I just woke up, and we're about to go paint the Integra. So, been doing body work over the last couple weeks since I filmed the last clip, and just kind of getting the car ready to be painted. And yeah, we're gonna lay a good coat of paint on it today, hopefully, and it's gonna turn out nice. I really hope. So what we did is we sanded the entire car down with 220 to kind of get a lot of the old stuff off. We had to get down to pretty almost bare metal in a couple spots, because the clear coat that was on the car when I initially got it was we had to get down to that base. So we had to go through a couple layers of paint in order to get to it. So like up here, this was a spot that was clear coat peeling before. So like up here, you know, we had to get down quite a ways. So, and then this is spot where the weather stripping is filled in. So we did some more filler work up here. So this is pretty much completely smooth now. So we filled some of that stuff in. This was also spots where the clear coat was peeling initially. If you guys remember seeing the car before, you would know. So also filled in the trim. That was done already. We just kind of went over it again. Got a new door handle for the car, because the door handle that was on it actually broke. My spoiler is in the car. I actually got a new set of taillights and headlights for the car. So these ones we're just gonna ruin, because they're kind of already painted on. So we're just gonna paint on them again, and then I got new ones that I'm gonna put on. So gotta figure out how I'm gonna clean these wheels. That's the only big thing that's gonna kind of suck, because there's a lot of paint in the wheels. So gonna try to have to clean that as best as I can, and the tires with paint on them as well. So we gotta try to do the best we can. Got the hood all sanded down. This hood actually had like a JDM flag on it that we had to sand down. So this hood is actually sanded down with 220 as well, and it was tough to get that flag out of it, the JDM flag. But this hood isn't the one that I had on the car. And the trunk we also had to fix. If you guys remember, my trunk didn't have this rust issue or anything like that, but we had to fill in some stuff on the trunk because there was rust. And this is a silver hatch. Yep, so we're gonna see how this goes today. Hopefully she turns out good. It's a nice crisp fall morning, and we're gonna head over to Wisconsin Coatings and paint this thing dump truck white. Also just gonna paint over these headlights because they're kind of junk. Also took off the windshield wiper motor thing because we're probably just gonna tape over that stuff. Got it sitting right here. Hopefully I can clean this up or just paint over it, paint this black. There's something from all the overspray from the last paint job. I got new struts, so that's not gonna matter, but like this stuff I'm gonna have to fix. Whatever, hopefully we'll be able to get her done. Alright, so we're in the spray booth, getting the car all ready. Wiping it down with wax and grease. Not gonna be shitty. Alright guys, we're gonna walk into the booth now. We got 2 coats of paint on it so far. And it is looking awesome. There is still some, the car is not 1000% perfect, but you can see some of the bodywork that we maybe missed. But for the most part, this thing's gonna look super good. Those are one-off custom headlights too, if anybody wants to buy them. So this is 2 coats of paint so far. And this is what the roof looks like with, we filled in the weather stripping, or the guy before did it, and then we touched it up and made it look smoother. Or made it smoother, I should say. We do have one run, kind of hard to see it, but it's right in here. You can't even tell. But there is one little run where, obviously I'm not an expert bodywork guy, but we did take our time prepping it. So we're just checking it over, making sure we don't got any light spots anywhere, and then we're gonna throw a clear coat on. Alrighty guys, back at home with the car, and the paint job, it turned out awesome. I can't thank JJ and my buddy Nick for helping do the body work. Nick helped me with the body work, and JJ sprayed it for me. He got to use his paint booth at his work, and yeah, I'm speechless how good it looks. I didn't think I could get excited about how a car looked, but I've never actually done a paint job that I'm proud of. So this thing, I can say I'm actually kind of proud of it now, because it looks good. It's a super clean Honda. You guys know that I bought this car down in North Carolina, and down there, there's obviously a lot cleaner cars than up here in Wisconsin. So having something like this that isn't rusty and now has a good clean paint job on it, I'm happy. I'm super stoked. So, like I said, got the car home, and we did I think I might have showed the car like right after we put the couple coats of paint on, and then we sprayed it with clear coat with blue pearl in the clear, and when the sunlight hits it, it's got that blue speckle, and it looks really nice, like really freaking nice. So yeah, anyways, just gonna kind of maybe talk about the car a little bit more and show it. It's in my garage right now, and I have the trunk popped open. This trunk actually isn't the trunk that was on this car when I bought it. Neither is the hood. So the first guy that I paid to paint the car really kind of screwed me over a little bit, and I got parts back that weren't mine. Like this hatch isn't mine, and it was all rusty. So like me and Nick had to fill in a lot of stuff on the trunk. It looks good now, but it was all rusty and full of Bondo. So we fixed it with some other stuff that Nick uses, and yeah, so that's not mine, because supposedly when the guy had my car, the back glass shattered. Yeah, and then the hood isn't from my car. It's weird. Like, I don't know if they just like took parts off my car and then put them on somebody else's. I don't know what the person was doing, but it's just a shitty situation. But now, looking back at it, I've learned a lot of lessons. Who to deal with, you know, kind of be picky and choosy of the people I trust with my cars. And yeah, it is what it is at this point. Like I said, learned a lot of lessons, but at the end, got an awesome looking car. So I'm gonna leave this thing bake in the garage overnight with the heater on to kind of get the paint to fully cure and fully settle. And I'm gonna have a lot of work to do cleaning up the windows and stuff. When I got the car back the first time, obviously there was like a ton of overspray, and the trim is all screwed up with this tape that what they used. The tape that we use, you know, it just came right off. I don't know what kind of tape they were using, but I got to clean up here a little bit. There's some overspray that we got to clean, which ain't really going to be that big of a deal. But like the no weather stripping turned out awesome. That's partial credit to the last guy and partial credit to Nick for filling it in and redoing it. So that's awesome. Also, like I said, we kind of left the taillights in because I have my new ones that I'm putting in right now. So those are the new, these are like JDM or whatever. They don't have the amber on the outside, they only have the white and red. So I'm gonna swap out this taillight for my other new one, and then I'm gonna put my headlights and blinker lights in as well. And example, you can see the glass on top of the taillight here. Supposedly the hatch was off of my car when it broke, or that's what I was told. But if it was off of the car when it broke, there shouldn't be glass on top of the taillights. And I found some glass in the car too. So yeah, I'm thankful to have the car back and painted now. So like I said, it's, you know, just one of them things. Also got to figure out how I'm going to be able to clean these wheels. These wheels I pulled off my EF to put on here, and I might be able to clean off this overspray that's on the wheels. Obviously it didn't happen from when we did it, but they were like this when I got the car back. So I'm gonna have to get in here and scrub a dub with something to try to get this overspray off. It does kind of come off easily, but it's just annoying because these wheels are like a million spokes, so like it's just gonna be hard to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And then my tires, obviously I'm not gonna get the paint off of those, so I'm probably gonna put a new set of tires on these wheels anyways. So maybe I'll just pull the wheels off and then get a set of Toyo R888s or something for this thing, because it doesn't hook worth a shit with this K24. And then I'm going to be, the trim that was around the windshield was broken. So me and Nick are actually going to be putting this like black adhesive stuff that goes around the window, and it should look pretty nice when we're done with that. But yeah, so like I said, there's no trim around the windshield right now. So we're gonna try to figure out something with that, but we ground off all the spots where it has the trim pieces. So all that looks really good now. So like I said, we just gotta kind of try to make something around the outside that looks good. And then I'm gonna try to, I don't know if I'm gonna like plasti dip over the trim here, because the trim doesn't really look the greatest now that the car looks good. So I'm gonna try to clean up this trim, this rubber or plastic trim around the windows and stuff a little bit better. And then I'm gonna have to scrub the shit out of the windows too, because there's just you know, speckles and shit all over them. They're filthy. So, and then like the mirrors, I already cleaned off, but they were, yeah, whatever. So if you guys have any ideas of maybe how to clean this trim up, I might do that. I gotta get a set of shocks for this trunk, and I gotta put a lot of this stuff back together because I got it back with the harness just laying there. The trunk isn't even aligned right, and the latch doesn't latch correctly. So I have to figure out how to like shim the tailgate or the trunk here, and get it to like sit flush. So I gotta figure that out and how to like do the latch. Normally I don't ever have to mess with this stuff, but I guess we do now. So I might give you guys a little small update when I get the rest of these parts in. I might put the headlights in like I was saying, you know, and the bumper lights and the tail lights. And maybe if I get that stuff done, I might just take some more pictures of it or something that I might throw up. We will see. So yeah, might update you guys in a few. Alright guys, so Integra paint job is complete, other than a few minor things that I have to do. This is how the car is looking now. I got it out at the shop. Sorry, Roxy's play toy is out here. So I got the headlights installed and the bumper lights. I just drove it out here. It's been a couple days since we painted it. And yeah, got the windows cleaned off for the most part. Still have to, we're gonna do some stuff for the trim here. We're gonna put some material there. And I got these red seats that I have to figure out how I'm going to install into the car. I just drove it out here with just the front bolts in. Have to figure out some mounting for these seats, but I think they're gonna look really nice. I wanna get a steering wheel for it. New gauge cluster. I was thinking about doing maybe an S2000 cluster in this. That'd be kind of cool. Then I got the wing installed and my plates and the tail lights. So I'm still waiting on an emblem, getting a new emblem for there. And then yeah, gonna be putting a new shifter in the car, coilovers, and some tires. I have to get some tires. Probably gonna end up selling these wheels because I don't feel like cleaning them, and get a set of tires for them. I want to get like a set of road of slips or something like that for this car. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I'm going to be driving the red $500 EG out of here right now because my buddy is actually buying it from me. So I'm going to be driving that so he can take that and go tinker with it. And I got another project of my own. So I got rid of that one and I got this one. So this one is the little 4-door EG that you guys will see soon. But this video is probably going on long enough. I hope you guys really enjoyed the paint job on the Integra, and I can't wait to do more with this car. I really miss driving it, but it does really need an alignment, suspension, and I think a tie rod end and a set of tires and a different steering wheel and bolt the seat in good. And yeah, that's about it. And then a turbo kit. So have a great night and a better tomorrow. We'll see you later.